He's just punching it. How is Hi-Fi Rush so far? It's good. It's really good.
Doubt you need them, hero, but I got some nice upgrades for you.
Right, I want to save up.
Doubt you need... Shy, I gotta say, what you did was inspirational.
What can I say? Sometimes I even inspire myself.
When we jumped out the window, it's like you showed me how to be cool.
Hey, Shadow.
It's all about living in the moment. Don't think about the consequences.
Ugh, words to live by. But hey, couldn't have made it this far without
not
your
words
help.
to live by.
I'm here for you. Whenever you need me.
Mr. Chai, you really proved yourself as a fearless leader.
Oh no. Hi, Doc.
Mr. Chai, that was quite an amazing performance. So much so, I realized I mistook you at first and misconstructed your psych profile.
So, what's it now?
What level are
Instead
you on?
of brashly
We're
acting
heading to
out
the
based off
security
your
level
fear of
next.
inferiority, I see you now act out of confidence. You are surely an inspiration for the team, and for children aged 5 and up.
Ah,
Rated E for everyone.
rated E for everyone.
Hey, Chai. How's our rock star doing?
She wouldn't call me a rock star. This is fake! We're in a simulation!
Chai, so great to see you.
She would
Glad
say
to
that!
see we all made it out of that pickle.
And you were the star of the show. Where do you come up with all these great ideas?
I wish I could tell you, but even I don't let myself in
Oh,
on
so-
that secret.
Yep.
That makes total sense. Well,
Total
look,
sense.
take a break, lay down. You deserve it.
There's no rest for the wicked!
So, what does an awesome guy like me do now? Without you, it'd just be me without a robot cat. When they
Game
make a
would be
movie about
marginally
this, who's gonna
worse then.
play me? Or better yet, when they make a video game, who's gonna be my voice actor?
Wait a minute. Something's wrong. Everything's wrong!
I guess even rock stars need to get out sometimes.
Also, the cat is farting music. Just want to point that out there.
So, what's the plan now that we defeated the big bad?
I think it's premature to celebrate.
Don't think you realized it yet.
Appreciate you putting your life on the line, but you gotta snap out of it.
Huh?
not right.
Wait, snap out of what?
Chai, you totally got caught by Corsica.
Yep.
You mean... Oi!
Oi! Oi! Did you fall asleep again?
Yes.
Am I under oath?
I'll make this simple. Tell me where the rest of your team is hiding.
Why don't you shut down that AI for me? Then we'll talk.
What's this obsession with Spectra anyway? You want to know what it is? It's a simple firmware update, like we have on all our robotics.
Sounds like someone hasn't seen the code or whatever. It's a mind control AI.
Or whatever.
Oh, right! I forgot. You're the only boss without full access to Spectra. Maybe you should look into that.
I'm too tired for this. Take a nap and get the
Maynard?
Spectra
Maynard?
nonsense out of your system.
Maynard!
First thing tomorrow's your last chance to come clean.
God, she's so hot!
Get the Spectra nonsense out of your system. I'll show her.
How dare you,
Just gotta
Chai?
find a way
She's
out.
amazing. I'm not blinded by love.
Man, 808's never around when you... huh? Oh. 808! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
All right. I mean, surprised as I am, your plan worked, Chai.
Really?
This is called reciprocity.
So, what do we do now?
You might want to start with getting out of that cell.
I love that the cat takes on the mannerisms of each thumb up. That's so cute.
Let's make some noise.
Little vacuum bot. I love him. Look how cute he is. He's so cute.
Karma.
Karma.
So, now where were we? Peppermint, mission report.
Is that code for Chai forgot the plan again?
Mr. Chai, listening is also a part of communication.
Hey, I'm doing my best, okay?
We need Corsica's password.
This is good, good. Go on.
And since you're in security now...
Wait, I got it! I should find Corsica.
Ugh, just go. See if you can figure out where she went.
Email from Corsica to Vandalay Security. We got him. I know it's been reports about a Project Armstrong defect running around campus, but thanks to the diligent work of security, you're now actually safe to secure the individual. A special shout out to those in production and development for their efforts and sacrifice aid in securing the individual. The defect is contained security guarded by the best of our ranks. I couldn't see any possible way that this can go awry. Of course not. You know what? We won't point this as a strike against her. No one can predict me. I am an unpredictable mess. I'm throwing out Zonzo's shit. That's funny. I really like Hi-Fi Rush, one of the like top 10 games of 2023.
Scanning. Authentication failed. Engaging security lasers.
Looks like Zanzo's lasers made it here.
Attention, this is Corsica. There's some sort of security destabilization in Wing 1. I have something else requiring my attention right now. Send whichever repair units we have over there to fix it.
Send whoever the fuck we have over there to fix it. Thanks. I wasn't distracted by your eyes. Keep our secrets safe. Sounds like you need someone to tell you what those secrets are.
Hey, you over there. You the one they sent? You gonna fix the security probes?
Security problem?
You heard the boss. Wait, why they sending Project Armstrong subjects to fix the security system?
What? You don't know me? I'm
Chai, shut up and play along.
here to fix the security thing.
Good, cause no one's getting out of here till that's done. Central elevator won't even move until security nodes are connected.
Yes, you gotta have those security codes for sure.
Nodes, man, not codes. Anyways, 3 rooms of them in here. Guess you might as well get on getting.
That elevator in front of you connects us to the lift, which takes us to Corsica's wing. Guess we got a job to do.
First node's across the elevator. You'll need to power that one up to access the other 2 up top.
Hard labor. Not my jam.
Get a load of this. Talk about try hard. Email forwarded from Corsica at Bentley Security. Reminder to all employees about meeting top security clearance. Did you know how easy it is to access? We assume none employees has one of our own. To make sure, follow these steps. Always ask for identification. We have ID badge for a reason. Assume that someone was sent down from another department. Prevent people from walking in doors behind you. If necessary, push them to the ground and run away to make sure they don't follow you in. Oh my god. Casually ask them questions that may reveal that they are not employees of the company. An example be, don't you enjoy working for insert rival company here in order to infiltrate Mandalay and steal secrets? With these helpful hints, we can keep our workplace safe. Corsica. Oh my god.
Need
Not wait,
Side quest for getting little robots.
wait, these are comics.
Some sort of visual schematic?
No, like actual comic books. Well, if this is what he wants.
Shit! Oh, don't tell me I'm gonna have to ride these things all the way up. Oh, God, they're so slow! There's stuff over there. Stuff! I want stuff. We get down there. Sometimes I like to look at all the data nodes and think, man, that's a lot more data. I mean, it just keeps going. And data is like really small, so there must be a lot of data in all those nodes. Who's even looking at it? No one knows. Maybe there's someone out there who like really digs data. Or maybe someone just likes collecting. Yeah, that must be it. Data can be anything or nothing at all.
Do I really have to do this?
Yes.
Please do not forget, you will be mind-controlled, not us.
Perspective, little guy. We take Corsica's password, and we're halfway there.
3 more Vandalay bosses means 3 passwords. Then we can turn off Spectra.
3 plus 3 is 6, Peppermints. I can do math. I'm not done.
Hell yeah. According to Catechris, they're slow, I believe, like an express. Boss one! I did not ruin my platform to get up. Come on, big guy.
Despite the confusing directions, all security lasers have been installed. Though they do not turn on, I must say, 'tis a good job.
Good to know that Zanzo's security system is way too complicated.
Figures there'd be security and security.
Let me have it.
Dance time!
Not you! Oh, I hate the samurai bot.
Protect bosses at all costs.
Peppermint,
Let me have it.
Looks like it'll counter any attack now.
See if you can parry its counter attack. Should give you the upper hand.
Holy fuck, I hate this thing so much. So I had to concentrate on that one. Holy shit. Oh my god. Those things killed me like quite a few times in like other playthroughs. And like they really messed things up.
So, these are the notes?
Looks like they're out of sync.
I can probably lock their data streams in place with my blaster when the spheres open up.
Peppermint, come on!
You called?
Gotta time it just right. Peppermint,
Come on!
bingo! Should be another one. Peppermint,
Let's go!
here we go!
Go get it, Shy!
We could probably knock that last one in here.
got everything connected?
But of course I couldn't have done it without you.
Just get back to the main room. There are still 2 more nodes to activate.
Right, wait.
Ah, the lasers do in fact work. However, they've been destroyed. Is this my failure?
No, no, you're perfect. You're perfect. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Perfect, beautiful boy. Absolute beauty. You never fuck up. Anyone blames you, they talk to me.
Back at ya!
Looks like you jump-started your first node. Should be able to get to the other 2 now.
2 routes? Take your pick, little guy.
I set up some guides to the nodes, but man, all these platforms look the same. Whoever designed this place is getting a piece of my mind.
Good sir, that would be Zonzo. He's currently indisposed. I don't actually know if he's dead or not.
Oh, jeez. They did not mention Z-shielding. No way I am getting these supplies up to the node. I am so fired.
Macaroon! Sock 'em!
No problem, little guy.
Don't worry, tiny boy.
Oh, wow. I can go now.
I will
But look
save
how
you.
high up it goes.
I will
How am I supposed
protect.
to get up there?
Worry not, tiny friend. I have solved all your problems. Our tiny robot friend will not be abandoned today, chat. We do not abandon our own, even if they are robots. They are ours. They are our friends, our companions, adorable little roly boys that must be protected at all costs. There is no other way. We must see peace. Robots, I got
Try this out. Tag team.
Got eyes on him. Switch it up! Here's the old one, too.
what the fuck?
Back around! Got eyes on him.
Okay, that doesn't work.
Let me out. Got him, Ty.
Man, I'm so confused on how I even got here. How am I gonna get back? Gotta keep up that map before I forget.
Go get him, Chai.
Uh-oh. No down. No down.
No!
They don't look too
Tiny
heavy.
robot boy!
I should be able to get it back in place.
No, we need now tiny robot boy. No! No! Oh god!
Here we go. Ready for this?
I didn't know that would fucking happen! I'm so sorry I murdered your friend! Terrible fucking person! Oh my god! I didn't mean to do that! Oh no! Oh, oh god! Oh god! Rest in peace, little buddy!
Looks like there's a route out near the main data stream.
Check it out, Chai. We still need to turn on the other data node.
I know none of these people care. But our robot boy is dead. and
Let's
I
hope this
am
gets me back to the
responsible.
main chamber.
Caution, sudden drop. Infestation protection, not touch.
Look at this, partner. An oasis in the dirt. A real place to concentrate. Been right in front of my eyes this whole time. Workers want peace and quiet. All these ducts, all this unused space. The future office.
There are rats.
A small price to pay. Gonna propose this to the board and get the ball rolling.
security for an air duct.
We're all reps. Big chimney and laser timing reminder. Erase after installation. 1, 2, 1, 2. Or you just tank it. Yeah, they knew a lot of people were gonna tank it, so they fucking fat. You heard the tiny robot, you monster. What I missed. I murdered a tiny robot! Wing 1 accidents. Echo, I feel god awful. We murdered a tiny babe. I feel awful about it. A lot of people are gonna be like, Mr. Robot, don't worry about it. It had feelings! Every robot in Vandelay has an emotion. They're all good boys doing the job that's given to them. They don't have a choice where they work. I was trying to help it, and then it died.
Oh, wow. Did you fix the node?
Yes.
You saved my job. Thank you.
All a day's work done, robot. I love you. Tiny round body is so cute. I want to hug it. That's better. Now I can call Peppermint faster.
Peppermint! Your turn!
You called?
Peppermint!
Yeah!
From Corsica, just passing this along, some good info here. Data nodes and you, an easy guide to know whether or not you should be handling a data node. Do you know what a user data node is? Good! That means you should be handling one. You know the horrible consequences of being trapped inside a data node. If not, then you are approved to work on data nodes. Do you tend to hit things when they don't work correctly? If so, you are not approved to work on data nodes. That doesn't sound like even remotely safe. Hi, buddy.
Oh, you see this route? How am I even supposed to get up there?
Hard work.
I'm sure this is one of those it'll work itself out problems.
Hello.
Jam time!
They want me to juggle them with Macron and Peppermint.
You know, I don't think Corsica's like the other bosses.
Meaning...
She's less insane. Also, she seemed genuinely surprised when I said Spectra is an AI built for mind control.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
She didn't immediately try to kill you. Unusual compared to the other bosses.
I don't see why they keep the head of security in the dark about Spectra. Not unless management doesn't trust her?
Yes. They don't. Because she's too much of a goody goody.
Try this out!
Light 'em up!
Everyone's like, oh, big vampire goth lady.
Peppermint! Your turn!
Oh,
Need help?
so pretty.
Try this out!
Let's go!
Laser's
So
blocked.
amazing.
I got that
And then
one.
there's like Corsica, perfect. And everyone forgets about her because she's nice. She likes coffee. Now, a lot of people are like, it's a big deal. A lot of people like coffee. She likes it. Like, oh, she's perfect. God, I would just.
Your turn, Peppermint! Switch it up!
You called?
Stunning. Yeah.
Peppermint!
Light 'em up!
Absolutely stunning. Just amazing in every way. Oh my god, love her outfit. Everything. Give me it all. And she's Scottish too, so I just. Holy yes.
There we go.
That's it, Chai. All nodes activated. Just get back to our buddy downstairs.
Yeah, 'cause, like, there's no other, like, tiny little helicopter boys leading her around.
I'm so excited to see you.
No!
You got me for this?
Whoop! Let's go!
Let's do this! Double rip!
Yeah! Switch it up!
Go get it, Jai.
change your password. Yeah. Come on, I think she's trying to make it look like it's my fault. If I decide to leave my workstation and have sensitive files just open for anyone to see. Way to pass the prank. I think that is just your fault there, my guy. What?
Nodes on! Ha, just like I said, these things work themselves out. Now I can get some sleep. Wow, you actually did it.
You sound surprised.
Well, I mean, how much can you really trust a human?
What? I'm the most trustworthy guy ever. Look at this face.
Yeah, nah. Why'd they even let you into Armstrong anyway? You look like one of those hipsters.
Hipsters?
It's the pants.
For the record, I'm offended. But for now, I'll just leave.
Don't see why not. Central elevator's working so you can access the lift out.
What a nice robot friend you made there.
What? No, he made fun of my pants.
Who cares? Ugh. We're finished here. Ride the elevator down and we'll take the lift to Corsica's wing.
I, for one, Mr. Chai, like your pants.
Good timing, but thank you, Cinnamon.
Being mistaken for hipster is the worst offense. Yeah, hipsters are kind of cringe.
Unauthorized entry detected.
Nope, you spelled right.
It's never easy, is it?
Cinnamon.
Light 'em up!
Ready for this? Here we go. Roll up my sleeves. Tuning up.
together and maybe we can ground that thing. Let's go!
Try this out!
Hey, if you all want to.
Get us working together.
Next.
Dunzo.
That was a fun ride. I wonder what's next.
I love all these air.
Lift should be just ahead.
And we're one step closer to Corsica.
That went pretty well up there. You breaking me out, working together.
That's what we do, little guy. We're a team.
Yeah.
Alright. Somehow the defect who I thought we secured got away. What the hell?
She's so pretty.
Not only that, he helped fix our security system. I should be angry. Well, let's just say my feelings right now are mixed. Yeah.
We gotta go tracks
Mixed.
across some stars.
A vague praise. I'll take it.
In other words, APB on the kid. See him, call it in.
Oh, bring her back. She's cute. I love her. God. There's your office log. I know you keep bugging us about the construction of the lift tunnel, but apparently marketing wants advertisements along the route. This is an employee-only transfer, and all we can spend our credits on are drinks and Zonzo merch. So I don't know why we need inter-office marketing, but whatever. Rosa says she wants the signs to hang low, though. She said she wants you to hit you over the head with the product. Workers aren't sure whether it was literal or not, so they're playing it safe with literal. Might want to spread word. I'd keep my head down if I were you.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
I like that he's watching his step now.
Watch out, Chai. They're ready to ambush you on the lift.
Oh, these guys are like the dude upstairs. They don't know me. See? Sup, fellow Vandalay employees? Catching the lift?
Yep. Secure the room too, just as
There's the
always.
defect! Stop him!
Nah, this is the guy that fixes the security system, man.
Idiots! That's the defect!
Yeah, but you owe me one for fixing your security, so you let me walk away this one time, right?
Get him!
Sorry!
Oh, I like that he said sorry to the construction.
Mind if I join?
How's that? Is that better? Or do you need me to be a bit louder? Because I have my audio setting set for recording stuff.
Anytime now.
Hold them off. Next up, Corsica's wing. Expect the worst.
Well, that's mean. Oh, those poor robot construction workers are like, I don't want to get involved in this.
Wind in my hair? You know, this is actually refreshing.
Well, I'm glad you're enjoying this.
Why wouldn't I enjoy it? He's with
Maybe you're
me.
wrong for once, Peppermint. Might be smooth riding.
I love that he's just hiding.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
Here they come. More security coming up on your side.
Those poor everyday bots. Pretty much. Take out the range fighters first. Vacuum like your life depends on it.
Due to construction, oncoming debris is expected to get irresponsibly close to the lift.
What?
Seriously?
Accidents may result in injuries not covered by our company insurance.
Watch out, Chai!
Why is it not covered? God, this is a capitalist nightmare. Get me out of this. Oh God! What the fuck? This is so wrong!
Little guy. Here come reinforcements.
Long range.
Just let me at him.
Get, you're on it!
Light him up! More of them coming!
Here we go.
Go get him, Chai! Let's go! Come on!
Look at us working together.
Pro tip, dodge.
Woo!
Need help? Go get
Next step up, dodge while fighting. Well, no, I got a parry. I just got a parry.
I'm enjoying the ride, but this
This
is
is a
one
long tunnel.
You'd think Wing 1 and 2 would be right next to each other, huh?
More construction ahead. Mind the debris. Thank you.
Mind the debris?
What are they even constructing?
What? Oh, this is dumb. This is straight dumb. This is the head of marketing's idea. Oh, God.
Okay. Hopefully no more of that.
Is the kid still on the left? Oh, come on, guys. Get it together. Put the brakes on that thing.
No.
Whoa!
Don't put the brakes. Uh-oh.
Gotta get those brakes off.
Get up! Gotta roll up my sleeves. Let me have a go.
Back around.
No problem, guys.
Back around. Stop them.
Prototype. Oh, got it.
More brakes?
They're really pulling out all the stops.
Okay, that's the only pun you get for this mission.
Fuck you, we get more.
Get up! Let me out. Ready for this? Another one down.
Woo! Oh, that's not good.
Prototype.
Macaron, 2 final breaks.
Let me at it.
Putting your skills to good use, Sir Macaron.
Last one left.
Finish it off, Macaron.
Ah! Get over there, buddy. Woo!
Stop us now.
Ah!
Now arriving at Security Wing 2.
So I was
Oh fuck,
thinking,
is that from
yeah,
Doom on his
brakes.
glove?
How we stop it?
Peppermint. Any ideas?
Oh, now you want my help.
Aw, 808 wanted to go snuggle. That's cute.
Chai, a little space here?
Apologies.
Don't worry, you got this. But just in case, you might want to hold on to something. See ya.
What?
Wait, what happened to our little cleaning friend? Oh no!
Just running a bit late.
I'm sure they'll be here.
Huh. Oh, that's so cute.
You've now arrived at Wing 2.
And if you lose Kitty, I attack. We will not lose 808, I promise.
That was a smooth ride.
We will not lose 808, I promise. The cat will be fine.
Security Wing 2. And it looks like they locked me out.
Then we have to force our way in. See anything?
Construction. There might be another way. Oh, no one will see me coming as
I see that robot arm.
into
Hi.
this trap. Going in loud, it seems. Try this out. Try this out.
Let's go.
You got this, Mac.
Ready for this?
I'm picturing boss sitting in a big chair petting 808 like a supervillain.
Safe to say
How
it's
dare
safe
you!
here.
I will not pet 808 like a
Mr. Chai is under
supervillain.
great pressure. Best not to apply anymore.
You got this, Chai. Check out construction for a back door.
Positive reinforcement.
Positive reinforcement! God, like, a lot of the characters don't get a lot of development in this game, but, like, it's just, they're so fun. A lot of people are like, this is sort of like the uncomplicated that I want. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on and shit, but this is good. A lot of questions about the construction of what it's for, so I'll just say it. We got a budget, if we don't use it, we lose it. So, Wing 2 platform construction is officially a change. Change a light bulb above a lift platform. I heard there's a crack in the wall dividing into Wing 2, but we'll just paint over that for now. Save for next quarter. Note, guys, if you start seeing cracks in your foundation, please take that seriously. I know it can be a hassle, but, like, would you rather the hassle of, like, bad things happening, like your house collapsing in on you, or something else?
Corsica here. Well, we do have more pressing matters. Might there be anyone here who knows how to fix the coffee machine?
Haha!
It's only giving out decaf, and with this amount of documentation I need to get through... What? Firmware update? Why does the coffee machine need a firmware?
What's more important than catching me?
Maybe our planted seed about Spectra worked?
No way to know for now. Keep moving.
You guys remember the text log that we found that was basically saying like they fired me, so I'm gonna update the firmware so that way the machine only produces decaf? That was that guy. That's good fucking that's good fucking continuity right there. That's funny. That's actually funny that that actually happened. Oh my god. Just the simple things make me that happy.
Government, your turn.
Try this out.
I'm a very easy person to please in a lot of ways, but also like extremely hard in others.
Lift it up. Gotta roll up my sleeves.
Do not
Take it in.
do not do anything to Sarah.
Mission report.
She
Just
will
go up.
Phoenix will kill anyone that tries to do anything to Sarah.
Looks like Corsica's in her office and it's on the top floor. Hence, up.
There's gotta be a catch.
Oh, there is. But it's not about your route.
I think we can beat Corsica today before I have to end stream. I think we can do it.
Okay, I'm emotionally ready. What's the catch?
You can't just strong-arm Corsica to get her password like the other bosses.
Says who?
Corsica isn't outfitted with Vandalay tech. There's no passkey. She memorizes her passwords.
You'll need to get her to cooperate with us.
What? How am I supposed to do that?
Persuasiveness is indeed not one of Mr. Chai's strong suits.
Cinnamon's right. We need her password to shut down Spectra. Let's brainstorm here.
Well, better hope to come up with something fast, or we're fighting.
I told you not to fool around when working. Don't worry. It's
No,
fine,
do not
man.
make Mecha Sarah.
No.
Phoenix will kill. No harm shall come to her cat. Do not do it. No! Also, a lot of you are not using the new RP server I made for you. Are you guys just scared to post in there because of the rules that I set?
Elevator access.
That's bad design.
Up is very up. And I just lost the quick way.
Ah, the Chai I know wouldn't let that stop him.
Macaroni, you've known me for like 5 hours.
Send any security available to capture him, or at least stall him. I need quiet time right now.
Peppermint, come on!
You called? Let's go!
Let me have this.
I just don't have a lot of time, but I really should.
Check this out.
Let's switch it up.
Peppermint!
Hold it, Chai.
just time for a lot of you guys? Is that like the problem and everything? Because I'm sorry if I'm like being pushy. Yeah, if you're wondering why the last one was taken offline, is because like people were being the "no, you can't do that because I have like disrepelling armor" kind of stupid bullshit.
See, hardworking, demanding, lack of humor, all the perfect qualities of a boss.
However, she just joined Vandelay 6 months ago.
And it was really
Trying
annoying.
to prove herself to Kale since we ran into her.
That's pretty insecure for head of security.
Hey, a joke from Peppermint. Wherefore?
No, I hate God modding. I hate it too. It's why a lot of role-playing communities don't work. Is because they do nothing about God modding a lot of the time. And then it just leads to a lot of unfair situations where like no one wants to do anything. And
Notice to all security employees, I removed access from elevators temporarily. Please make use of the stairs. It is a healthy alternative.
look at that! Looking out for our employees' health! And doing much more to inform her employees of any inconveniences to their daily life. Good boss right there. I love flawed characters. They're so much more fun. Yeah, I like overpowered characters can be fun for like the first tiny little bit you're playing them, but like
Got a roll of my sleeves.
after that, it just gets boring. And like, I got a few people in the server being overpowered nutcases, and I'm just like, you guys are the literal reason why I don't want any RP server in my server. Because like, some of you were doing that. I'm not gonna name names at all.
Trying to concentrate? If you find that guitar-toting defect, let me know.
They're so adorably oblivious. It's cute. You and me, big guy.
Quarter tie.
What? Let's go. Yeah, no, you shouldn't force someone to... You shouldn't force someone else's character to do something. You really shouldn't. Hey! Is that our first S rank in this run? I don't remember. But yeah, same logic applies in D&D. You cannot force a player character to do something unless they, like, fail a spell check or whatever. But since RPs do not have dice rolling in it and does not have that chance of failure inside of it, you should not ever force somebody to do something their character would not do. Unless that role player has specifically consented to that action. Hence why I made rules for people to follow. And if they don't follow it, and it becomes too much of a problem, I'm gonna take it away. Welcome to Things Are a Privilege, Not a Right. How do I get up there? Oh! I'm a silly person. Ha-ha! Hello, beautiful.
3, 2, 1, go!
Like, guys, I only do, like, role-playing when it comes to D&D and stuff. So, like, I have, like, a certain rule set when it does come to role-playing. And that, like, if the player does not let me... If the player and me have a disagreement, or, like, the player tells me, like, hey, my character's gonna do this. If you want to stop them, you can go right ahead. That's when I, like, have my character interfere with theirs.
Look at this. Zanzo's out of stock and Roquefort's piling up. I tell ya, you want equality, start with the drinks. We all know the world's stacked against us, but sometimes we need a drink to forget. I'm talking about these drinks. Shows who's in charge. Becomes a goal.
As I
Last
DM,
thing we
I
want
hear
is
you.
some of us thinking we don't have a shot. Even though we know we don't. We want to
Like, my current campaign that I'm doing,
I have to pretend.
my one
Like I
friend's
care about
character
these
is a very
Like I care
curious
about workers.
shapeshifter.
But I'm just
So
trying
they
to
tend to
make
touch things that they
Laid
really
out
shouldn't be
the other day
touching,
when I had a cloud
or
over
they're not very socially aware. So they say things very bluntly and very rudely. And I'm the cleric of the party, so I have a bit of a better way of talking to people.
Better drink something warm.
So when they fuck up, because that's what their character does, like, their character is very oblivious to a lot of things that aren't in their repertoire,
Your specialty, Miss Pepper.
I fill in
Must
for
be
them.
So excited.
Very.
Peppermint?
Yeah.
And I, like, fill in the gaps for them where they have a shortcut. But, like, writing role-playing is very different from, non-dice rolling roleplay. It can be a bit of a challenge for a lot of people. Because it's cooperative storytelling at that point. And everybody has to be on, like, the same page when they're talking to each other. Or else you get problems where people feel like they're being overpowered, underpowered. And just leads to a situation where it's not fun for anybody. And that's not fair. And I want my server to be a place where everyone can feel like they have fun. But I also want it to be a place where, like, there's rules in place to make sure that it doesn't become toxic. If your catching on to what I'm meaning. I have seen that happen a lot.
Alright, gotta keep moving.
Oh, hi, buddy.
Oh, man. His idea wasn't to build a totally vertical security building. I gotta say, don't feel so motivated to get back to work right now.
Guys! Guys! Tiny Snail! Tiny Snail! He's so tiny. Oh, I love him. They wanted me to make a panopticon surveillance room in here, but that is just A, way too creepy, and B, too much work. We're getting complaints the trip up is long enough already, and don't we do enough surveillance around here anyway? So I'm just gonna cut this room from the schedule, doubt anyone will notice. I noticed. I took notice. I'm not sure if the character I created will work for the boss's RP. It has to be from the EVIL universe. It cannot be overpowered. You cannot be isekai protagonist bullshit. I have made that abundantly clear. We had that problem before. Emerald got annoyed and deleted the last server upon my request. Because I didn't want her having a fucking headache. We're all adults here. We're not playing in a fucking sandbox.
Gotta roll up my sleeves.
Let's go!
Here we go. No problem, right?
Macroman! Try this out!
I ain't going one turn.
You got this back.
You got me for this? Dance time.
Good dog.
That's any character with a decent weakness. Yeah, like, guys, I really need to ask something. What is the thrill of playing a character that can't be beaten? Where's the fun in that? Not just for you, but for everyone else. I need you to seriously ask that question. What makes an overpowered character fun, and is it fun to everyone around you?
Okay, plan time.
Because last time I checked, in a lot of different kid sandboxes, if a kid looks to another kid and says, you can't do that, that's not fun, that's annoying as fuck, and you want to punch that kid in the fucking face.
Exactly. Wait.
So, like, I need people to tell me here, why do you want to play that?
Her screen, and we can catch her using her password.
Better than nothing. Try that.
What character did I give you? Like, what character did I give you guys? I never gave anyone anything when it came to, like, characters. Like, guys, I'm gonna tell you the pinnacle of power in the EVIL universe. It's Atomic Knight. Atomic Knight is the pinnacle of power, and he has to live on the moon. That is the max strength
Keep working.
at A.
Keeps giving me its work to do. But I shouldn't be complaining. There's work to do. And what good work it is.
Check out that dude over there. Barely tell you.
Like, in the EVIL universe, there is no character more powerful than Atomic Knight. Why? Because he's literally walking, talking radiation. He's stronger than Power Man, not because he's physically stronger than him, but because everyone cannot be near him. Because they will die. Oh, well, I have resistance to radiation. Resistance is not immunity. And no one is immune to anything. And it annoys the crap out of me when we see characters just can't be beat. Last pick, I'm thinking of taking one and maybe give him some power. I'm not picking a character for you. You can be an adult and create your own. I'm not gonna pick one for you. This is where this is what roleplay does. It allows you to be creative and create your own thing. I have set a guideline of rules, not to restrict you, but to be creative. Do not see me restricting some things as telling you, no, I am telling you, be creative and original. Because it's fucking boring if your character just can't be beat because of stupid bullshit. And it's not my problem if you can't come up with anything. That says something about your creativity and that you need to address it yourself.
Way to blow it, Peppermint.
Mr. Chai, we all make mistakes, especially you.
I'm hearing only for a minute.
But get this, Chai. She was looking at Spectra files. The stuff about mind control.
She must have forced her way in there.
So she really wants to know the truth.
I just have to be that honest with you guys, because that's how I was taught to do things. You can't just expect people to give you a prompt. Well, it's just like creating your D&D character. Yes, you can pick the class, but what do you want that character to be? What do you want them to do?
Okay.
Who are they? What do they like? What do they dislike?
Stop to this.
Sure, every character that you create has a little bit of you inside them.
That's not not bad.
Let me know when you decide to give up.
Great, fantastic. Can we get any more lasers?
She's panicking.
I'm panicking. We don't have a plan.
Just give us a second.
But yeah, like, it should not be. When creating characters, it's a it's a creative exercise that people have to do. Why does this character exist? What are they doing? What do they want to do? What do they want to accomplish? A bad character exists for literally no reason. Am I making sense at all? Like, I hope I'm making sense. Like, if you want some creative advice, I can give you that.
Trying to reason with her.
The woman who's trying to kill me with lasers?
Well, I got a good feeling. How about that?
I sense that Mr. Jai does not share this uncalculatable good feeling.
If you want to create a character, first ask yourself, what is this character, like, what does, how original, Zach? That's perfectly fine. But Absolute Solver? I want you to think about what that means. I want you to think about, what does Absolute Solver mean? That he just solves every problem by just creating the solution? That's stupid as fuck. What challenge is there? Oh, I can just create something to solve the problem. This game, I want you to really think about it. If you put that character in this world, inside a different world, this world doesn't matter. This person sides with Chai and the crew? Fuck you. I can just create thing that destroys Spectra. That's no fun. Where's the fun in that? You wouldn't have a game if that happened. Oh, Power Man's attacking. Here's Power Man's weakness. Done. You really, really, really need to think how it de-escalates any situation, and that the plot itself can just be fucking sidetracked and derailed. That's what I'm talking about. Overpowered is something that takes away from the story. Superman in Superman, as an example, all of his stories, a lot of people think that Superman just punches his way through things. No, a lot of Superman's stories are social situations, how he socially has to deal with things. He gets a huge headache. A huge headache? That doesn't sound like that much of a problem. Just take some aspirin. Like, you need to think about that. We noticed an uptick in defective data nodes. They're easily disrupted, and honestly, their gravity-defying physics leads me to believe they are mostly style over substance. Therefore, I'm asking for R&D to develop a simpler and easier to adjust design. Sure, it'll make security visually less interesting, but at this point, I'll take efficiency over anything. Of course I can. Zach, Shadow.
trying to take a nap. These things won't quit. This is a break from the government.
It's, I keep working on it. It's a lot more than just that, my guy. Why is Goku an interesting character? It's not the fact that he can shoot lasers from his hands. It was never about shooting Kamehameha. We are interested in him because that he believes there's no ceiling. That you can always burst through the next ceiling that you find yourself stuck behind. Vegeta is not just an evil tyrant. He's someone who has to learn that being a dickhead and being selfish gets you nowhere. That, everything that he wanted and achieved means nothing if you're alone. And that you are not the strongest. There will be always someone stronger than you. So don't get a fat head about it. Sure, Vegeta still struggles every now and again. He's not perfect. But he shouldn't be. And that's why Vegeta's a lot of people's favorite. Now you can point out to me that, well, Vegeta and Goku don't have a weakness. Yes, they do. Vegeta is prideful. He takes pride in a lot of things. If you get him talking and boasting and playing with his food, you can find an opening. Goku will always allow you to power up because he believes that he has a problem just... He has a problem just letting people do what they want. If it means that he gets a better fight, he's gonna do it. I.e., if your character doesn't give a shit about the problems in front of them, why the fuck should the audience give a shit? Notice that whenever we do, like, talk about One Punch Man, it's never Saitama that's in danger. It's everyone else around Saitama. Saitama is not interesting as a hero. He's interesting as a person. It's everyone else that is more interesting because they can lose. There are stakes with everyone else. As far as I'm aware, Saitama cannot die, but we don't care. We care about everyone else.
Enough games. Call them in.
Oh dear. Freedom at last.
Freedom!
Ready for this? Get him, Macaron. Got him, Ty.
But, like, another example, and this is someone from in the server, my admin, Emerald, her character is the goddess of ravens. She's not the goddess of the sun. She's not the goddess of gravity. She's the goddess of ravens, which gives her... which naturally would give her flight and control over ravens. But that's where her power begins and ends. Really think about that. Where does her power begin and where does it end?
Peppermint, next time you say go up, please include a note about distance.
I was afraid of your famous shortcuts, so I kept it simple.
That's what you should be doing. Welcome to writing. And sometimes you write yourself into corners. It happens. Best example, the guy who created Sword Art Online. He wrote himself into a corner with the VR system. Like, actually, hold on. I need to actually talk about this. Sorry, game, I love you, but I need to talk about this. When he created the Netgear, the Neural Gear, whatever the fuck it's called. It kills you when you die in a game. Okay. How? And how did... Because logically, your brain's going to do all these jumps. It's not going to... A lot of us don't take things as it is. If you take a story as it is, you're not getting the full experience, and it's kind of sad that you can't do those jumps. For the rest of us, however, majority of people go, okay, but how? Because there has to be some logic to it. With the Neural Gear, I pointed out, how did he get that past any blueprints? How did he get that past anybody with a conscience? How did he get that past fucking development? How did he get that? How did no one die? Is it just a switch? How does he control all of that? The author of Sword Art Online said, I literally wrote myself into a corner on that one. I don't know. And that's just one of the many bad things of writing that came out of Sword Art Online. Sometimes it happens. Plot holes happen. And it's okay if they do. Sometimes there are just some things that you forget about in the writing process that you just kind of slips your mind. It happens to everybody. Happened to George R.R. Martin, happened to Tolkien, so on and so forth. Hell, happens even now. Star Wars has some plot holes in it. Owl House has some plot holes in it. Shit happens. And it's okay if that happens, but they shouldn't be so massive that it's the Grand fucking Canyon and you can't get over it. And no one noticed? And no one noticed. Shadow, I need you to really understand something here. Game development is not one guy going... It's not that. It will never be that. It's an online game. The developers have constant access to that code. They can see when the code changes. They know their game. It was not one fucking idiot working on it. That's what I'm talking about here. How did no one notice? And this guy's such a super genius that no one could change a few little bits of code? Are you kidding me? What? Are you high? I understand that everybody in Sword Art Online's a fucking idiot unless Kirito's around. But come on. There's that suspension of disbelief. Why does space work the way it does in Star Wars? Suspension of disbelief. If the Force, it's just a thing that all beings, it's a life force around all living beings. Fuck your metachlorians. Oh, the Jedi's lightsabers are powered by like these special crystals that when magnetized in a certain way, They create lightsabers. Okay, how does the energy field not go and kill everybody? Oh, there's a special magnetic field that the Jedi built into the lightsaber. Okay, that makes sense. And keeps the lightsaber contained, make sure that it doesn't kill anybody. Perfectly fine. Alright, that's why lightsabers can go bzzz with each other. But, like, 40K, how do these people have magic? Oh, well, their souls and their brains are developed in such a way that they can influence the warp. They can influence reality. And depending on how weak the barrier of reality is between it and the warp, or they get more power by doing that, but at the cost and risk of allowing demons to come through or letting energy just run wild in their body. Perfectly understandable. When you are developing a character, you have to set rules and guidelines for that world. What is the maximum strength in this world? What is the ceiling? Dragon Ball got kind of annoying because there's nothing interesting about Goku and Vegeta punching a guy. The Tournament of Power was not interesting because Goku and Vegeta punched Jiren a lot in the face. The Tournament of Power was interesting because we saw different strategies being used on how to take out other fighters. It wasn't just, oh, let Goku and Vegeta power on through them. It was, okay, you do this, you do that. You be our sniper, you be our tank. You do this, this, and this. Yes, we flank this person on this time, specifically. We set traps here, here, and here. It's strategy. It's interesting. Dragon Ball is annoying because their skill ceiling doesn't seem to stop. And that every other threat is just a guy who hits harder than Goku right now. And that can get really fucking annoying. Superman is the strongest person in DC. But to defeat him physically, nearly impossible. It takes gods to do that, like Darkseid. So how do you beat him? You beat him morally. You beat him in the battle of morals. And a lot of people can't beat Superman in the realm of morality. But it's also what he can't do. Superman can't cure cancer. Superman can't be everywhere. Superman, at the end of the day, is just one person. He is one guy. And that, he does not celebrate success, like a villain being defeated. He mourns for the people he couldn't save. That's what makes Superman interesting. That he has all this power. But outside of lifting a plane or holding a building up, what can he really do? No, Dragon Ball, the original Dragon Ball is really good for, like, developing who Goku would become. Especially when, like, it came to him having to learn that you are not the end-all, be-all.
Looks like that's her office.
Woo!
Man, what a
And I hope I'm not coming off like a dick. Because, like, I really don't mean to come off like one if I am. It is... Writing is not easy, and I will never claim it is. Writing can be, No, I agree, boss. OP characters are BS. Yes. Okay. it can be extremely frustrating explaining that to people because like a lot of people don't know what you're talking about, and they're just like, wait, what does that mean? And either I explain it poorly, which that's why I keep asking, like, am I explaining this, like, to your understanding? I'm not being too confusing or pedantic about it. Because this is stuff I had to learn in college, and
You ready for more?
you ready for more? Ow. Oh shit! Shit. Solid A. Like, IRP people who play it as fucking Beerus on Twitter. Yeah.
Do not disturb. Sounds definitive?
Knock on my door and you're getting transferred.
But I can still access these. Heard you like air ducts. Go get dirty.
Your order for lunch has unfortunately been set back due to being unable to contact me and unable to attend our delivery person sent to your door. If you request another delivery, please order again, but know that your inter-office staff order ranking has been negatively affected by your unresponsiveness. Okay.
Last chance. What am I doing?
So you're gonna have to wing it and talk to her.
Remember the last time I tried to talk it out? Didn't end well.
Her demeanor is pragmatic, provided you do not escalate.
Talk to her calmly, state the facts.
My specialty. And if things escalate?
Then bring her back here somehow? But please be nice about it.
Please be nice about it. Thanks, guys. Real helpful. Yeah, just as Neko said, writing is a nice outlet, but not an easy one.
Oh man, she's right there. On her computer.
Let's fucking go.
And she's still looking at Spectra files.
Okay, that's good. She wants to know more. She'll listen to us.
I'm like a chameleon.
Mr. Chai, are you listening?
Waiting to strike.
Now this is important. All you need is to subtly...
Oh no!
What the?
Hi. Oh, please don't beat me.
This isn't what it looks like.
Enough!
Oh.
So what does it look like?
That I just want to talk?
I think all my defenses did my talking for me.
All I heard was a lot of meh.
Mr. Chai, do not escalate.
You are such an idiot.
Oh, this is bad.
I take pride in my work. You're not slipping away this time.
Guys, pretty sure she wants to kill me.
Try to talk her down.
We saw you spying those Spectra files, so you know I wasn't lying.
Assessing the problem is my job. I don't need you to tell me.
Well, apparently I do, since you aren't getting it.
Oh, she's so beautiful.
Chai, don't attack her. Protect yourself.
Shit.
Whoa! Okay, you're serious?
I'm not stopping until you're on the floor.
Just chill, Corsica.
You broke into my office. You destroyed my security.
Sorry, it's taking all my concentration.
We resolve this.
Wow. Do you even listen to what you say?
So, let's put down the sticks.
Not a chance.
Scottish mommy, please don't hurt me.
Peppermint, your plan blows.
Hey!
But I got a better idea. Let's
Get her really mad.
Keep the attacks coming and wear her down. Chai, you're a genius.
Whoa now. Let's calm down there.
Stop chatting. Put your guitar where your mouth is.
Shit.
Tired already?
Shit!
You got this, Chai.
God damn it!
It would be wise to not get hit, Mr. Chai.
Shut up! Got her! Okay, 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 okay.
You can strong-arm me.
Hey, you chose to fight. Wait, you like puns too?
What? No. Whatever. Let's see how you handle this.
What the?
Caught you off guard.
Okay.
He being
stop
nice to
sharing
Cinnamon.
everything.
I just, it was
Yeah,
frustrating.
didn't work. Plus, she's totally lying about hating puns.
Just get out of the way, but don't give up.
In a face-off, some attacks cannot be parried and must be dodged. Got it.
I felt a breeze just now. Was that
Were
you?
you? I'll make sure you stay down this time.
Parry and dodge. Look for...
I know! Fuck off!
I found you.
Shut up.
Way to go, Ty.
Got her.
I can rock this beat all day.
I'm watching you.
Impressive. Mr. Chai really is good at aggravating others.
This was known, Cinnamon.
I'm frustrated at my own inadequacy, okay? It's not, I just need people to be quiet.
You're doing great.
Is that a floating cat? Ugh, nothing about you.
Oh, hands are getting sweaty. Hands getting sweaty. Hands getting sweaty.
Admit it.
You're enjoying this.
You cocky loser!
She called me a loser.
Take that.
This is getting heavy.
Got her. Okay, we're getting closer. Woo! Woo!
I worked hard for this job. I won't just give it up.
What are you doing this for? Kale?
What does it matter?
He doesn't care about you. Otherwise, he wouldn't have kept you in the dark.
You don't know that.
I know you're not like the others, Corsica. You can feel something's wrong.
Chai, you are surprisingly convincing.
Don't call her an idiot. Don't call her an idiot. Don't call her an idiot.
They have a chance.
Or are you just too oblivious to figure that
Oh,
out?
come on!
That's it. Now I'm mad.
In your own words,
You blew blue, Mr. Chai.
Wait,
What does oblivious mean?
Enough distractions. Fight's over here, Chai. This'll be over soon.
Shit. This is where I really struggled.
Keep it up, little guy.
it's getting late. I'm supposed to be back at the hideout by dinner time.
You are so annoying.
Shit!
Almost there, Chai.
Ah! I got to beat immediately after I RB. Ah! Ah! It hurts my thumb! Oh god! Woo! Woo!
Make it this far for nothing.
No! No! I don't want to redo this sequence! Fuck! Oh! Ah! Ah! Ah!
Escape
Ah!
now.
Cinnamon, give me the building schematics.
Right here.
Chai, a private elevator.
Ah.
Oh my god. Oh, that was rough.
Her personal lift. I'll reroute it to the hideout.
You gotta play that perfectly. Oh my god.
Whew. See? Everything works out in the end.
You were right about Spectra, but I'll handle it my own way.
We don't have to fight. You can help us.
Oh, Corsica. You're just not good at your job.
Hale?
How dare you?
My security to access secret Spectra files. Big no-no.
Why would you hide the truth from me?
I need people trusting my vision. You failed that test.
What?
Doesn't answer her
I
question.
won't let you build an army of mindless Vandalay soldiers.
But what are you talking about? That's not my plan.
Just drop it, Kale. We're coming after you.
Actually, it's funny because, see, I'm coming after you.
Literally. Oh my god.
Oh, you'd never understand the potential of Spectra.
What's the endgame?
I'm securing our future. Please, even you can figure that out.
By controlling the consumers.
It's not control, I'm freeing them.
That's not how I see it.
I don't need to explain myself to a defect. All you do is hit things with a guitar.
But I'm really good.
Get at it.
Ugh. I'm over this. You're not getting in my way any longer, kid.
Forget the password, Chai. Get out of there.
What? No! Not after all this.
Oh, and for you, Corsica, you're fired.
Corsica, watch out!
Chai!
Fired? Oh, should have used the flamethrower. Better what there's always next time.
Whew. Oh.
Milady?
That Corsica fight, my god.
Lady Corsica? Can you hear me?
Your wound was really bad. We didn't have a choice.
Luckily, Miss Peppermint and Sir Macaron are familiar with robotic implants. And with my steady hand...
You saved my life.
Yes!
Well, keeping you alive was essential to our plan.
Sorry. That's Chai speak for we need your help.
That's some boss you've got there.
Former boss. I joined his company because I believed it was the only one doing things right. And I read those files on Spectra. I've been such an idiot!
Hate to say I told you so.
Chai!
A team is stronger with a common goal.
And like we said, another hand would help.
Sorry, just brains fried from having to concentrate.
Come on. Why don't we tell you everything we know?
Ooh, it's getting dark in here.
All of that, right under my nose.
Kale manipulates. It's what he does. And now he plans to do that with Spectra.
Spectra is almost a manifestation of his personality.
He used me and then tried to kill me. I won't let him get away with it.
Oh.
So...
For those just joining.
Oh, I'm in.
Holy shit.
And I think I
Her
know
boss
what to
fight
do
is
next.
hard. It's
Right.
all about timing.
Got a second before we head out?
Holy fuck. Oh. I'm okay. I just need to put this down for now. Holy shit. Her boss fight leaves me drained. Not in a bad way. Like, that took a lot of concentration. Like, you have to be, like, prepared for everything with her. Oh, this game is so good. This game is just so fucking good! Ah! Alright, now talking about stories and shit. We're like the last little bit of the stream here before I have to go make dinner. So, when you're writing a story, you have to set rules for that universe. You have to set rules and shit. The reason why you set rules is because, well, in our world, we have rules. Gravity always pulls us towards the center of gravity. That's just common physics. Water can be hot or cold. Or it can be a mix, which makes warm. Or lukewarm. You cannot eat raw meat, because raw meat makes you sick. Your body just has trouble digesting it, so you need to cook food. But there are alterations to that rule. There are people that do eat raw meat. There are some meats that you can eat raw. Rules are meant to make a world interesting. They are meant not to limit, but to create interesting scenarios and or interesting conflicts with those rules. For example, I'm going to use actually Fairy Tail, though I have problems with Fairy Tail storytelling because it constantly puts its characters in do-or-die situations where, like, we start not caring whenever they're put into those situations because we know they're going to be fine. Natsu's power. Natsu's magic, his Dragon Slayer magic is fire-based. They set up the rule that Natsu cannot eat his own flames to regenerate his magic pool. Well, it makes him sick, which is actually very interesting. So a lot of us are like, oh, so he has to eat, like, other fire magic, or he has to eat, like, fire that's around. That makes sense. Not always true. As we saw with his fight with Gajiel, fire and magma are the same thing to Natsu. So, if he melted down slag, if he melts metal down into, like, molten slag, he can eat that. It's fire. But it's not fire that's his, it's someone else's. So it counted. That makes the fight a lot more interesting, because he's using someone else's ability to enhance his own. He can stay in the fight longer, so long as he has molten metal to eat, because it is fire. Which, by that extension, means that Natsu can technically eat magma. That makes fights more interesting. Or the weakness of Natsu. He only has a limited magic pool. If you keep fire away from him, if someone is aware of his strength, they don't just go in guns blazing. They take that advantage away from him. Your characters will always be more interesting in a situation where the rules do not change, but now they have to be interesting with those rules. The problem changes, the rules do not. Say your character is a sharpshooter. They have just amazing sharpshooting skills. And they take, like, you take their weapon away from them. Well, they're good at sharpshooting, right? It's not just going to be like, oh, I'm a master lockpicker. No, you have not addressed that issue. Maybe they could do something where they ricochet something off the walls and everything because they're just that good. But that's interesting. How do they solve the situation with the skills they have? But flaws are also just as important to a character as they are to anything else. What is the flaw of Superman? Depending on which continuity you're going with. For the jail for the Justice League animated series. Superman in that is still Superman at the end of the day. He still is Superman at the end of the day. But his flaw is that he gets narrow mind. He gets tunnel vision on a lot of things. He tends to try and punch above his weight. He is Superman. Who's going to fucking stop me? And it has to be everyone else that talks him down. Remember when, spoilers by the way for Justice League Unlimited, when they were dealing with Canvas, this wasn't a situation where Superman could just go in and heat vision something. It wasn't a situation where he could punch his way out of. Canvas has a good point. They bring up the argument that Superman has a super-powered army and that humanity needs something to fight it just in case things go wrong. And that these heroes try to take over the world. And Green Arrow is the voice of reason in the room. He points out, if you go down to Earth in the state that you're in now, who's going to stop you? Not me. I'm scared of you. He points that out. He uses the rationality and logic to argue with Superman. Because Superman's hot in that situation. One of his friends was kidnapped and tortured. He had to fight his way out. One of his other friends was turned against him because he has a duty to the American military. And soldiers will follow orders in a lot of situations. And yeah, I would be heated too. But his flaw is that he was letting emotion get the better of him. And that's a flaw of Superman. You can hit him emotionally. You can make him jealous. You can make him angry. And an angry Superman is not a Superman that thinks. That was the advantage. When people are around him to tell him to calm the fuck down and start thinking for a second, use your brain, it stops him. Because he does do those checks on himself. He needs those safeguards in order so that he doesn't do anything that compromises his morals. And that's what makes Justice League Unlimited Superman more interesting. Lex Luthor at no point throws a punch at Superman until he fuses with Brainiac, when he has that power. When Lex Luthor does not have the power to fight Superman directly, he goes for the emotion. He goes for the paranoia. Because he knows he can goad Superman. Superman's a little wind-up soldier. It just depends, where does the winding end? And that's Superman's flaw. Every character has to have a flaw. If your character is perfect, they're boring. Thank you. Appreciate you. And like a lot of people will point out, well, what about this character? What about this character? They're interesting. No, they're not. A character that breaks the rules of the universe that you set, a character that cannot be beaten, is boring. And sometimes you write yourself into that corner. Fuck, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure wrote itself into that corner twice. One time they had to throw him out into space because I literally don't know how to beat that. To the next time being, the universe literally reset itself. They went back to zero. And it's fucked. A lot of character weaknesses, but a lot of times you need to take different approaches, sometimes repeat something over and over and over again. Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes, yeah. A character does not always learn the lesson the first time. They can understand the lesson. It's applying the lesson. Poe learns in Kung Fu Panda 1 the scars that are left behind from trauma can be utterly damaging to someone. Tai Lung was someone who was built up to be this amazing master of Kung Fu. And then when he was denied, when all that hard work and everything, when his own father figure turned against him, it left an emotional scar on Tai Lung, and he didn't have the emotional maturity to deal with it. Whereas Po, who was worth nothing to like a lot of people throughout his life, outside of his father, who never looked down on him, who never like talked him down, his dad was just like, hey, we're noodle folk. But he learns in the second movie that you can't let the past define you. You can't let the pain from your past rule you. Tai Lung based his entire self-worth around being the Dragon Warrior. Po just wanted to know who he was, where he came from, what happened to him. He wasn't in it for ego, for glory. He was in it just to understand himself. And in the second movie, when he's staring down Shen, scars heal. Do I know about the RWBY TTRPG system? I know about it. I have not read it. And this is something else. Actually, so you actually brought up a good point. RWBY. RWBY is frustrating. Its world is interesting. Its characters drive me fucking crazy. Because they're written inconsistently. And I'm going to use the best example, Yang Xiaolong. Yang, when we meet her, is written to be this flirty, very brawly type character. She's very flirty, she's very bubbly, she's very much just like, I'm going to beat the shit out of you while flirting with you. That's her character. Perfect. And characters can change over time. When she's injured, her personality takes a dramatic dive. She falls into depression. And that is perfectly understandable. She lost her arm, her best friend abandoned her in her moment of need, her school got wiped out. That is perfectly understandable. However, recently, her character has taken a straight nosedive, a very noticeable one. And it's one that is increasingly frustrating. And that, like, she can't ever be wrong. She can't ever, like, she is just like, it's my way or the highway. And she's never punished for that. The world does not punish her for it. In fact, it continually rewards her for being a dick. And, like, the universe has to bend to Team RWBY. Instead of Team RWBY having to adapt to change the world. When Team RWBY wants something, they're gonna get it. And, like, I'm gonna disagree with you on that. You literally can't. Because we're supposed to take her side at the end of Season 7. Where she lied to Ironwood, where she had no reason to. She went and broke his trust. And I don't care what you say about Ironwood. They literally wrote him to be crazy in Season 8. That his paranoia was unjustified. When I watch Season 7 and 8, it is a dramatic shift. It is absolutely fucking like, where did this come from? Ironwood gives the characters no reason to doubt him. No reason at all. I have watched that season 3 times. At no point do they give him any reason to doubt him. But they say that he's being mischievous and lying. I don't know about you, but a guy who willingly goes out of his way to give you a robotic arm when he doesn't know you, when he had no reason to. Now, a gift is fine. A gift can actually be something that was something to not trust him about. Oh, what if he like put in a listening device into Yang's arm, and like he's been listening in the entire time? That would be a good reason not to trust Ironwood. But no, he gave her a robotic arm to help her. Okay. Hey, so what does he do while they're in Vale? He tells them everything. Oh, well, you remember the stadium that we used for a tournament? I'm going to use that as a new communication device to bring back global communication. But we need to keep it on the down low because I know there's someone inside the city who's infiltrated it and is going to try and sabotage this. But we need global communication back online, but I need to keep it a secret for now. We will tell everyone as soon as it's done. I promise you on that one. We have literally no reason to doubt this man. Yes, he's overly cautious. Yes, he is a military man at the end of the day. But we have no reason to doubt him. It's Yang and Blake that break that trust immediately by spilling the beans, by telling the secret. Sure, the bad guys knew about the plan anyway because they had a hacker present, but no one could have known that. Ironwood couldn't have known that. And that's not fair on Ironwood. I have no idea because I haven't watched season 9 yet because I'm just going to let the whole series come out. I'm just going to let the whole season come out. I'll watch it then, and then I'll just judge it from there. But Yang basically says, oh, we can't trust Ironwood. Why the fuck not? He's the reason why Weiss got away from her dad. He stood up to her dad and everything. And he's giving you the resources to fight back. He made you all hunters and huntresses. He is willingly expending his resources to not only help you, but help the people of Atlas. Sure, he has to be secretive, but guess what? That's what happened. Yeah, no, there's a whole stupid thing. They're in an alternate world now. Woo! Way to drag out the fucking series, dude! Ruby is frustrating in that way. Highly frustrating. That the characters now act completely differently. The only one that's consistent to me is Weiss. Weiss is the most consistent character. Season 7, Season 8, she is the most consistently written character I've seen. She goes from being this preppy, rich girl who's a racist to having to learn that, hey, like, what I did was wrong and what my family was doing was wrong. And that she has to slowly redeem herself in her eyes because she saw herself as this problematic person. And we see her grow. And then when she's isolated, when she's taken away from her friends, we see her in that environment that she was raised in. That her brother's a manipulative bastard. Her dad's abusive. Her mom's an alcoholic who's absent. We see why those things led to her being that way. And that she's not alone. When Ironwood stands up for her... sure, you can tell me. When Ironwood stands up with her, she gets she feels that courage come back, that, like, she's not hopeless. She's not this princess in a tower. She is this warrior that she wanted to be. And she goes out and does it. And then when she gets back, she's the only one, as far as I'm aware, who either stays silent during the conversation that Ironwood's a bastard, or, like, hey, he's under a lot of stress, give the man some fucking slack. And when we see her actually stand up to her dad, that is peak for me. Jacques, you're under arrest. I can do that, right? That was funny to me. That was the best moment of all of Season 7. In Volume 9, Ruby is not okay. No shit, she's not! Her whole plan went to shit! Also, great plan, Team Ruby! You put everyone in a fucking sandstorm! Good job! You also could design rails? What? Oh my god! And what do I mean, like, the world bends backwards for Team Ruby? Basically, I play a frog faunus whose semblance is illusion, who throws dust and bring her illusions to reality. We're playing a trainee huntsman in Beacon. After the fall of Beacon, I am the only player to have a consistent loose streak. A consistent lost streak? As in, I have not won once. So in an RPG game like that, your victory is the team's victory. Your team wins. Your team wins. Like, when you win, your team wins. It's not just you. Do you get knocked out a lot? It happens. That's just something you need to change with your approach. Like, how do you approach the combat? Are you being hyper-aggressive? Are you being way too defensive? It's having to change things up. But back to what I mean. Why does the universe bend backwards for Ruby? Ruby and her team can never be wrong. They always have to be right. The world has to bet. Oh no, in teams wins, I've always won, but the DM has it where we get 1v1s when we're not doing team battles. And you consistently lose in that? Alright. So that means you just need to address how you're playing. And then adapt your strategies and stuff. And is your character good at 1v1? Not a lot of characters are. Oh, some characters are good in 1v1s. Some aren't. I can tell you right now, my cleric in Pathfinder, if I'm fighting another spellcaster, I'm perfectly solid fighting them. If I'm fighting somebody who's close range by myself, I'm hooped. I'm fucked. Because they can interrupt my spellcasting by hitting me over and over and over again. And I have no response. A lot of my damage comes from burst. So like one really powerful spell at a time. It's balancing out the encounter and figuring out where you belong in a fight. Where's your advantage? Where do you not have your advantage? What do you want to fight? One player's playing a character who's aura vampire, their semblance is static. Cool. But what do I mean by like Team Ruby, like the universe has to bend over backwards for Team Ruby? At no point can Team Ruby be wrong. Like, they just can't be. They get put through the ringer, yeah, but the universe just lets them win. Every time. Most of the time. Morally, they get to win every time. They don't win every battle, but that's not what we care about. Every time Team Ruby has done something, the universe has changed characters' perceptions or their whole character, like with Ironwood. Ironwood changes the plan on Team Ruby because they lie to him. They betray his trust. But no, Ironwood's the bad guy here because he is going to take Atlas and move. And when too many people were siding with Ironwood because it was Team Ruby that fucked up, they made Ironwood fucking crazy in Season 8, where he shot people willy-nilly and planned to nuke Atlas. Where the fuck did this come from? What? Excuse me? His whole character changed so that Ruby's team would be justified. That makes no fucking sense. The team doesn't trust Ozpin. Why? Because he kept secrets? Stuff that the kids didn't need to know until they needed to know it? Sorry, I'm siding with Ozpin and Oscar. I'm not siding with you. Fuck you. The man that knows how to beat Salem and you don't trust him. What the fuck is that? Oh, he didn't tell us this. I'm sorry if a man's trauma is a little bit too hard to fucking talk about. And would you have believed him in the first place? Not really. But we're supposed to treat Ozpin and Oscar like the enemy. Like they fucked up. No! They were being irrationally stupid. Like, oh my god! And then, the creme de la creme, for me, is where, like, it really does come back to Yang and Blake. We see Blake has a spine when it comes to things, but she has trauma. She's been a victim of abuse. She has trouble facing her past. And that's perfectly fine for a character. But now she can't exist without Yang being present. What? Huh? What? I understand that the shipping game is real, and I'm all for LGBTQ representation. But please let a character exist without the fucking relationship. Like, by God, I'm pissed that Uraraka is treated like shit in My Hero Academia because all the character development went to Deku. What have we learned about Uraraka in the past 100 chapters? Not a whole lot. Every time we see Uraraka, it's always about Deku. It's never about anything that she does. Stories! We're talking about stories and how some things can be bad and frustrating for the world. It is okay to challenge your character's morals. It is okay to challenge their beliefs. It is always okay. Your characters do not always have to win in a moral argument. I'm going to bring up Titans. Like the original Titans run. The comics. There's a situation where Starfire evaporates somebody because they're suffering and they want to die. But Deathstroke and a lot of the other Titans aren't willing to kill her because they don't want to take a life. Starfire just incinerates her. Starfire's morals are that you should always do what others like. She wants to end suffering. That was the quickest, most painless way to do it. Morally, is she right? Who's to say? The person was begging for it. They didn't want to be used as a weapon. You could reasonably take her side. But you could also take the other side. One, the woman is in extreme pain. She's not rationally thinking about it. Two, it's a very, very high emotion situation that can really destabilize a lot of problems. Three, you have been asked by somebody who has fought you in the past and you know is dangerous to help you out, to help him. Because that's his wife. Morally, it is wrong to kill her in a sense. But at the same time, when given the right context, the right situation, Starfire could be correct. No story ever has to be black and white. That's the trick. No story ever has to be black and white. Sometimes it's good to have black and white morality. Star Wars is the perfect example of black and white morality in the original trilogy. The Empire is evil, the Rebellion is good. That is a perfect example of black and white. But then there are other universes that are more morally gray. Star Wars, again, morally gray. Hey, the one episode where Obi-Wan and Duchess Satine's being held hostage by Senator Merrick. Obi-Wan has this motherfucker dead to rights. He can strike him down. And Duchess Satine also has this guy dead to rights. But he points this out. Obi-Wan, you can make yourself hero of the ship. Everyone would call you a hero. Almost everyone. Looks to Duchess Satine. This guy has a bomb. If these two don't act, everyone will die. But both characters have a problem. And he points this out to Duchess Satine. If you shoot me, you prove yourself a hypocrite to every pacifist ideal. It doesn't matter the context of the situation. She's a pacifist. She's been claiming that violence is wrong and that there's always a different solution to everything. Well, put your money where your mouth is. I have a bomb. I'm going to blow the ship up whether you like it or not. And the only way to stop it is to kill me. Because you're not a perfect shot and you can't get rid of my detonator. Sorry. Obi-Wan doesn't want to kill him because he loves Satine. And he doesn't want to break her belief. He's willing to fight. Obi-Wan is very much one willing to fight. But when it comes to Satine, it's different with him. And the one who solves the problem is Anakin. Because, as Anakin put it, very bluntly, he was going to blow up the ship. Anakin is very black and white when it came to his morality in that situation. Whereas Duchess Satine was having a crisis of faith. Because she can't allow others to come to harm, but by that extension, she can't let people come to harm. It would violate her pacifistic ideals. And that makes total sense. When you come to story writing, it can be very, very tough. And it can be very, very tough to write characters properly. Mega Man X is the best example of that. It is a struggle a lot of the time to make X really cool. Because what is X's character? X is someone with unlimited potential. But as Zero put it in his series, X is a coward. X does not want to fight. He doesn't want to hurt people. He will fight if he has to. And he is damn scary when he does. When you go down fighting, when you are fighting X, it is do or die at that point. Even though he doesn't want to do it and will talk you down, if you don't back down, you're fucked, kid. But he's a coward, as Zero put it, because he's not willing to start the fight himself. And that's what made X different from everybody else. He was the one always willing to look for a different solution. And how did X7 write him? He's whiny, he's complainy. Oh, Axel, you can't be a Maverick Hunter because you're too violent. I'm sorry, then what the fuck is Zero? Zero gets a pass? He's extremely violent. Man walks up, cuts a man down, sheaths the sword, and then walks away. What the fuck are you talking about, X? They made him whiny. Which is not what X is at the end of the day. He's optimistic. And it breaks his heart every time he sees Reploids start fighting one another. Because he doesn't want people to get hurt. Because that's just how he is as a person. And that's okay. There are ways to deal with Salem. Did we forget about Brass? The fuck is Brass? Are you talking about Bass? Because Bass isn't in Mega Man X. He's not. He's in the original, he's in classic Mega Man. And Bass's original personality is, oh, I'm the dark rival. I will beat you, Mega Man. I am superior to you in every way. Then why do I keep beating your ass? Shut up, bucket! That's Bass. Bass is not in Mega Man X. You are thinking of either Bass from the Battle Network series, or you're thinking about classic Bass. Bounce, so I'm going to shoot this one question. Alright, shoot. is interested in this. If one were to use Silver Dust time, could we technically go back in time to prevent Salem entirely? Knowing the Ruby team, it will be time travel. Trust me, I'm not excited for it. And I don't know, because they never say how far back you can go. And if it affects the world or if it affects the person. And by that logic, how does that time travel work? Does that person go back in time? Does time rewind to when that person didn't exist? Do you keep your memories from the future? So on and so forth. It's too many variables. He's getting Shadow, my god, you need to learn to fucking spell and have grammar. Because honestly, you make it sound like they're fucking now each episode. Who wants to bet money on how badly they mess it up and time travel occurs? Oh, that's not even like a fair bet, because you know they're gonna fucking do it. You know they're gonna fucking do it. You know it. They're gonna have a time skip and everything. You know it to be true. Oh, and when that happens, kids, Ruby is a dumpster fire. A dumpster fire that we will all gladly watch. Was it good before? Not really. Their writing ethos for Ruby was write a story around Monty Ohm's fight scenes. And it sucks because the two people that did write this show wrote the best seasons of fucking Red vs. Blue. So I don't know where the disconnect is happening here, but I think we all know that it went into their pants for underage girls. I mean, like, who wants to bet money on them accidentally causing Dinosaur Grimm to exist? Who knows at this point? Who knows? Who knows? I'm not excited for it! Can they salvage Ruby? Probably. I mean, maybe the reason Ice Queendom thing happening is because they did. I don't know. Is it possible to fix Ruby for me at this point? No. But good writers should be able to write good stories from bad ones. Ruby is going to snap, watch the OP. I'm not. Music's still good, though. They keep knocking it out of the ballpark with the music. The music's really good. Anyway. So yeah, when it comes to writing your characters, you need to write them consistently. And consistently does not mean the same. It means consistent to what has happened to them. A character who's been tortured for months on end is not going to be the same character. The bubbly, happy person who is tortured for like 6 months is not going to be the same person walking out of that. Sure, they can try to be, but there's that trauma, that lingering sense of change that can happen. And they have to be written consistently to that. Why are they being so bubbly now? Are they acting like things haven't changed because they don't want to acknowledge the pain that they've been through? Maybe they do acknowledge it. Maybe they came to several conclusions about it, and like the other characters are worried about them, like stuffing it down, and when they start getting on the character's nerves, they snap at them saying, I've already been through all of this. Fuck off. I don't need you guys worrying about me. I am not looking up fan fiction. You know why I'm not looking up fan fiction? Because fan fiction doesn't solve the problem of the main series. Fan fiction doesn't just fix the mistakes of everyone else. Fan fiction is fan fiction. The fans wrote it. And there could be some really good fan fiction out there. There is really good fan fiction out there. But I don't care. I don't care about the fan fiction. I care about the main story. RWBY, as a universe, I have lost all interest in it. Its rules aren't consistent. Its characters are annoying. It's just the RWBY and the RWBY gang cannot be wrong. The show. Oh, but will consistently and utterly be broken every fucking season. Every time they take one step forward, it feels like we take a million steps back. Season 8 was where they got an actual win, and even then, it wasn't a win. It was a Pyrrhic victory at best. I do not like the fan fiction is better than canon. You know why? You know why a lot of people say it's better? We have fucking hindsight. Hindsight is 2020. You know why it's really weird for us to go back and watch Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back? Because of the scene where Luke and Leia kiss each other? Think about it back then. We didn't know that Leia and Luke were brother and sister. And then episode 6 happened and they revealed that Luke and Leia are brother and sister. They're twins. So when she kissed him, it now makes that scene incredibly fucking awkward and creepy. Hindsight is 2020. It will always be 2020. Yeah, they are siblings. They are siblings, but they didn't know that at the time. Which lessens the impact. But when you actually learn about how they wrote Star Wars Episode 6, it wasn't originally in the script back in Episode 4 and 5 that Luke and Leia were brother and sister. It was hinted at that there is another Jedi in Episode 5. Who could it be? Oh, Leia. They both have L in their name. And then they forgot about the scene where Leia tries to make Han Solo jealous by kissing Luke. Oops! It is frustrating. So, oof. Just oof the entire time. It's why I really struggle with, like, people saying, like, oh, the fan fiction's better. How? You're not fixing the world. You're changing the rules. You're adding in things that the writer never intended. Your fan fiction can never be superior to the original writing. Your fan fiction can be good. It can be very interesting. But it cannot be superior or inferior. You know why? Because your story is still tied to the original. If a story is... If a good fan fiction comes from a bad story, it's still pulled down by that story. And it's going to continue to be pulled down by it. You could write the greatest thing in the world. People still wouldn't be interested in it because the universe that you've chosen to write for is boring as sin. Congrats on you for making it interesting in your fan fiction. But outside of that, we're not interested. Outside of your fan fiction, we are not interested. Yes! Princess got it. They got it. How did we get to this point? I don't know. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten dinner. And I should be cooking dinner because my fiance will be home in like 15, 30 minutes. And I should have food ready for them because they're going to be like... It was a rough day at work, apparently. Now, I want you guys... Oh, what are you fixing? I'm going to make chicken wraps. I want to say this. Your fanfiction is not bad. Just be aware that your fanfiction can never be better than what it is being written about. It can be good. It can be damn good. But just know the limitation of your medium. But I thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate you all so much. Please donate to the Twitch or Patreon. I needed to keep the lights on and to eat. So I appreciate any donations if you guys give it. Yeah, so I will talk to you all tomorrow.